chilly this morning, like 37 degrees. Yesterday morning, I'm going to bed after my night shift. Oh, it's funny looking. So I'm going to bed after my night shift. Look at there, hang on. So yesterday morning, I'm just laying down after my night shift. It's like 5, almost 6 in the morning, and I get a phone call. And it is the MRI Imaging Center at Mass General calling to go over the MRI protocols for my brain for a scan that was scheduled for May 1st. Now, keep in mind, when I checked into my appointments last week on the phone, because you can check in like a week early, those appointments weren't there. And I 1000% like freaked out. Like, I didn't yell at anyone or get angry, but I was just like internally like so I was like, I don't think that's right. It's only been 7 weeks. So I tell them I don't think this is right. It's been a very short amount of time. It's only been since March 13th that I've had my last scans and have them scheduled for this week, and that's not right. And let me call my team, because the times that these scans are scheduled for are way outside the parameters for the time that I'm in Boston. This, you know, this trip. Like, well, maybe not the MRI, but like I was gonna have a CT scan today at 4 p.m. No, not making it today by 4 p.m. And the MRI was gonna be at 7 in the morning. Tomorrow. So I called my coordinator, Liz. No, that's a lie. So I get off the phone with them and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna call anybody right now. I have to be up in a couple hours anyway to pick up Kendrick. And I'm just gonna go to sleep and not worry about it, get as much sleep as I can. So I went to bed. Whatever. Get up a few hours later, call my coordinator, leave a message. As I am getting up to my friend's door to, you know, she was watching Kendrick for me. As I get up to her door, Liz calls me back. She's like, hey, I am so sorry. And immediately I knew it was going to be okay. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I made those appointments as placeholders just because I know you've got a few more weeks out, but because you're past cycle 8 now, you don't have to have scans except for like every 12 weeks, which I thought I was getting scans every 12 weeks already, but 12 weeks is when I'm supposed to get scans next. And I guess it's just easier to like book appointments where they can find them and then later reschedule them. So that's what happened there. But it sure started my week off like stressfully. Right? You're about to go to bed after a long night shift and you're tired and get that phone call. Anyway, I'm headed down to Sacramento now. It's, what, 7:56 in the morning. I probably didn't have to leave this early. Just did. Whatever. Gives me extra time to get gas, clean my windshield. Do whatever. My mom is flying in to Sacramento from New Orleans today, and we're going to be just missing each other as far as her arrival time and my flight time. We're like 2 hours apart. So, bummer, but it's pretty funny. And I have another friend flying out of Sacramento today, too. Interesting. It's a big travel day for everybody. However, today I am stopping off in Salt Lake City instead of Atlanta. Not sure what happened there. That's okay with me. It's easy. I used to do that flight all the time. Sacramento to Salt Lake to Boston. That's the trip so far. I just went to stop the recording and noticed this light was on, which means that a certain little someone turned it on. If there's one thing I like about this car, I like everything about this car, but if there's one thing I really like, it's that light, if it's left on, or these lights up here, if they're left on, they will shut off to save the battery if the car is off for long enough. So, thanks, Kenny. And thanks, Toyota, for making toddler-proof cars. Made it to Sacramento. Anyways, parked in the daily lot, obviously, because the garage is full. And I'm just here. Oh my God, I just looked at my own 4Runner and thought, oh my God, they have the same stickers I do. A little weird today. I flew out of a different part of Terminal A in Sacramento than I normally do. And we flew into Terminal E in Boston, which is new and different. It's weird. The whole thing's under construction. It was really kind of freaky to walk through. It's like walking through a dungeon. So, heading to Lyft now. It's a little after midnight. It's a little colder out here than I was thinking, because I wasn't thinking. So all I have is my sweatshirt, but that's okay. No, not going to be outside very long. It's also raining. Not going to be outside very long. Okay, you know what? It's actually not as cold out here as I thought it was. But I'm in the garage waiting for my lift, so maybe that's it. I don't know, but either way, I made it to Boston safely. I'm here, just ready. I'll be here for like 25 hours total. Joy. Joy. Unfortunately, I didn't get any good airplane window shots this time because I was stuck in a middle seat, and on both flights, people just kept the window shut. But I'm not paying extra for a window seat, so boo on me. I already spent enough money doing this. I adore these Somerville houses. They're beautiful. I love this neighborhood. Don't focus on the dirty window. Focus on the pretty houses. They're just pretty. They're so nice. So nice. Courthouse is right there. Or well, the old, I think the old courthouse. But either way, it's like, it's just pretty. All right, well, it's morning. My flight boards at like 13:05 or 13:35, 1:05 or 1:35, something like that. I need to get to the airport by around noon. That's the goal for the day. And it's always a little more difficult on day one appointments. This is appointment, this is day 9, God. This is cycle 9, day 1. I can get there. Because I have to wait for pharmacy to bring the drugs up to me. My only other flight options today were like super late and not getting me into the airport until like 11 p.m. So that's why I chose this flight. And we've done it before. We can do it again. It's just a little bit of a challenge. You've seen this building before in my past vlogs. Just look at how it's getting closer to getting done. See? It's almost there. Lordy Lou, I have had my blood work done. I peed in a cup. It's 10:10. I don't know why, but I always just get like really tired in this hospital. Like the fatigue hits me hard. And it doesn't help that my shoulder hurts today. I don't know why my shoulder always hurts after flying. I'm not carrying like a single tote bag or anything on this side. Maybe it's who knows what it is. Maybe it's the weather out here today. Maybe it's the pressure change, the altitude change, everything. But anyways, good trip so far, no complaints. Should probably be seeing doctor in about 10 minutes or so. I'm just chilling. A lot of this is just waiting around and doing absolutely nothing. Just waiting. Waiting for test results. It's boring. But that's okay. I am flying through Atlanta on my way back, which I think all in all is actually a little longer than flying through Salt Lake City. It's like a 4-hour flight from Salt Lake and a 90-minute flight from Salt Lake to Sacramento. It's like a 3-hour flight from Atlanta to Boston. I think a 4-hour flight, 4.5-hour flight? Maybe longer from Atlanta to Sac? I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Shows how much I pay attention. I just say, this gets me there at the time I went. Click. Buy. Purchase. Buy money. I told Liz I wanted to get out of here by like 11:30, 12 o'clock at the latest, and she said, okay. Okay. And so we got about an hour and 15 now. So we'll see if that happens. I'll keep you updated. Taking deep breaths and practicing patience right now because they forgot to order the pregnancy test, which I know I'm not pregnant, for the first round of blood work. So they had to redraw it about an hour ago. And it takes about an hour to run. It is currently 12:08. My flight boards at 1:15. Oh, I'm sorry, 1:05. I have literally, my flight is boarding in less than an hour. And they have to wait until they have the result from the HCG to give me my drugs and let me leave. This is kind of how this morning has gone so far. Just behind the ball and everything. Honestly, not me. Normally I'm the behind the ball because I pee before I leave the hotel and then I have to wait forever to pee here. And the pregnancy, it takes forever because it's a blood test instead of a urine test. It's just, I don't know why. But no, I peed first thing when I got here. I was like, we need to get on the ball today. We need to get going, get things, you know, I got a short day. We can do it. The nurse was late coming in, seeing me the first, you know, I didn't get seen until 9:30, 9:45. Doctor didn't get here until 50 minutes after he was supposed to see me. And just, we've just been behind all morning. And I understand. I work in healthcare. I do this often. I understand. Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes things are just behind. And that's okay. But from the patient side of things today, I'm kind of like, I will leave. I will leave. Okay, I won't, but I'll just get to the airport late, miss my flight, and have to get on another flight. and maybe have to pay for it. No, because I bought flight insurance and I buy flight insurance every time. Okay, it's like 12:27. I'm just leaving. Do you guys really want a chaotic vlog again? Has it been that long? Shit. It boards at, I double checked, 1:05 is when we start boarding. I'm in boarding group 3. If Lyft doesn't take forever to get here and I can get through security quickly, it'll be okay. Okay, well, not making my flight at 1:30. Not gonna make it to the airport by 1:05. So I canceled that flight. I'm gonna go have some lunch and take my time, because now I don't get out until 7 p.m. and I'll get into Sacramento at midnight and see how I feel about driving home. I might stay at a friend's. All right, it is, I don't know what time it is. 2 something? No, a little after 2, probably. I don't have a clock anywhere and I haven't been paying attention. I got into Sacramento right around midnight and I am making a run for it home. I'm currently stopped for gas at my favorite gas station. I feel safe here and it's like the cheapest gas between home and Sacramento. So might as well. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. So I think working night shifts has conditioned me to just be awake, or know how to be awake, or stay awake, or something. But I've also been like listening to metal. Just blasting music in my car. Yep. But I'm making good time, so all's well. Dr. Cote and I had some good conversation today. And I'll talk more about that tomorrow when my brain has had time to process and rest and not be focused on just driving, staying awake, and getting home. And that's my pump. See you in the morning. I'm home. I made it home safe. Okay, so appointment yesterday. One of the questions I asked Dr. Cote that I thought you'd be interested about is, you know, what moves a stage 1 clinical trial onto stage 2? What allows that to happen? And, you know, it was kind of a long-winded answer because it's a complicated answer. But what the researchers want to see in stage 1 is safety, and then the efficacy. See, you know, okay, is it safe and is it working? So they want to see a certain amount of, you know, decrease in tumor size over a certain amount of time. Now, we may not see that with you know, EHE. I mean, it'd be great if we did, but we may not see enough patient response to have it move on to stage 2. And generally what happens is, if it passes that criteria, it gets sold off to another company who then starts to market it. And more research is done, and more studies are done from the other companies until it becomes a market drug. So that's kind of the short answer. And the reason I say we may not see it with EHE, when I have just recently told you that we're seeing a decrease in my tumors, is that it's not a huge decrease. So we just want to see more. And EHE has a really small patient, you know, patient group to start with worldwide. And I believe this study is only being done in the US right now, and I might be wrong. So with as few patients as we have on this trial, you know, some might see, you know, just stability, some might see decrease like me, some might see growth, and that's what we don't want to see. On that note, they have decided that it is safe enough for me to probably go up to 300 milligrams per dose. So 600 milligrams a day at the next cycle, in cycle 10, because I just started cycle 9 yesterday. So that's where we're at with that. He also let me know that Los Angeles is very aware of me. I've been enough of a pest. It's not a bad thing. They're still going through legal and logistics. So go figure. My cat's sitting outside with me. So that's where things are. And that's just kind of the update that I have for you this week as far as that goes. Because I was curious myself, what moves a clinical trial on from stage 1 to stage 2 and beyond? And, you know, I didn't ask about upping my dose. He brought that up to me, so that's cool. I'm tolerating it well. Like, they ask me every time, as they're supposed to. You nauseous? Anything going on here? Here? No. I don't have any side effects that I can tell. You know, maybe when I go off of it, I'm going to be like, oh, that was a thing that I was feeling? I don't know. But, you know, I have cancer, so sometimes I have symptoms of life and cancer in general that I don't attribute to being something else. Because things come and go. So that's that. That's the vlog, and I got another bumpy travel week, I guess. That's not ending. Next week is my week off from travel. However, we are doing something exciting, which I will vlog. That vlog is not going to be out probably until the following Monday or Tuesday, because that's when it's all going to be over. So I'm excited to share next week with you guys. And it's going to be a good time. I've got a good couple of weeks coming up. Busy for sure. So yay. All right, well, I'll see you guys probably in a week and a half. I hope you have a good one. Let me know if you have any questions you want me to ask Doctor, and I'll bring those up. I'm sure you guys have questions, so let me know. Let me know in the comments. Bye.